right, guys, welcome to this very special episode. We got a roundtable discussion going with a couple of the podium winners from the Tri-State Xball League. First things first, want to shout out our sponsor, Diana Sports. DianaSports.com/overshot for 5% off. Use code overshot for an additional 10% off. They got the new Grind Air gloves. We're actually doing a giveaway. Let me just get them. I don't even have them over here. I'm sorry about that, but just hit up the page. We're doing a contest for the Grind Air gloves. They do our jerseys, our joggers, and stuff like that. We're going to have a ton of TSXL merch coming out, but just going to have everybody run through their team real quick, where their team's from, how their team started, a brief history on the team, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to start on my screen. Zach, you can go first. Introduce yourself, introduce your team, and introduce how you guys did at the first event.
All right, cool. My name's Zach. I'm from Leverage, and we started back in 2012, 2013 season. Pretty much still have like 4 of the original guys, and this past event at TSXL, we ended up taking first place, which was awesome. We have a record of podiuming like a lot, so I mean it was really good to take a win. We haven't taken a win in like 2 or 3 years, so it felt really good to get back in that first place spot and hopefully hold it for the next one too. So
awesome, man. And going up next, we got Ace, the meme lord. Oh, dude, Ace is gone. Bye, meme lord. Bye, buddy. Jeez. Oh, service knocked out. So that's how we roll sometimes with these things.
All right,
Let's go.
Wait, he's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's here.
Oh, he's coming back.
My bad.
Ace, introduce
I dropped my
yourself,
phone.
man.
All right, yeah. My bad.
That's
All right, yeah. Aaron Shapiga. Everybody calls me Ace. Y'all should definitely call me Big Blout 200. Garden State Goats, New Jersey Bomb Squad, Blout and the boys. It's all the same thing. We started the Goats in 2017 and Bomb Squad the season after. It's all the same players for the most part. And we ended up taking second at TSXL for D3.
Cool, man. And next up, we got Bobby. So, Bobby, tell us your story real quick on your team.
Yeah, Bobby Schwarzenberger, PC United. We took third in the Division 4 scheduling. And, we've been around, I would say, since 2003. But a lot of us, I would say the most recent roster with not a lot of changes, probably around 2012 and 13. Really just play a lot of local events, in that D4 caliber. A lot of our guys have played at a higher level at some point, but a lot of us are dads. We're in serious relationships or careers. We don't play a lot of national events. We try to stay local. So, love the TSXL, love those local events, and that's just what it is.
All right, man. Appreciate that. And Nick, what team do you represent, and what's your kind of story?
Yeah, my name is Nick DeSarno. I play for the Master Blasters. Team's been around for a really, really long time, but the guys that I've been playing with have been around for like 3 years. Fell a little bit short over at your event. We ended up placing third. Some good competition, a good time, a lot of paintball. It was a lot of fun though. All in all, a lot of fun.
All right, guys, appreciate all that. So just going to kind of run through some things on everybody's thoughts, and we'll kind of keep the same order. Zach, Ace, Bobby, and Nick. And, feel free to curse. Feel free to say what you guys got to say just because I'm here. Give me your honest opinion because we're going to use this to make this stuff better. So first major subject, and anybody, any league really has. So we had the newbies end up reffing event 1. Basically, 90% of the semi-pro guys were on the field. There was 1 or 2 D3 players each day. So just kind of wanted to go with that on people's thoughts about the reffing and go from there. So Zach, what was your thoughts on the reffing and anything that you would like to see improved on the reffing or just an overall view?
No, honestly, man, I got to give a shout out to those semi-pro newbie guys. It was 90 something degrees that day, and they did not get off the field. We get to take our masks off every couple minutes, and they had to keep that shit on the whole time. And I know little Tyler pretty well. Tyler Hunter, he's a killer player, and that's pretty much how I got to meet a bunch of the other guys like Andy and all them. And all in all, those guys are great dudes. They're killer ballers. I mean, the reffing I thought was phenomenal. I mean, no, you're never going to get every call perfectly in reffing ever. The NXL doesn't do it. The pro refs don't do it. So, I I mean, other than that, those guys did a phenomenal job, in my opinion.
Cool, man. And Ace, what are your thoughts? I saw some chit chatter on some comments and stuff like that about the last match against Ace. So, what are your legitimate comments and concerns about the reffing?
I don't have nothing to say. I think they did a great job, to be honest with you. I like how they let us play. I think that's something that you don't see too often, especially at locals, man. It's just the flags everywhere. You know, nobody can ever say anything, shit talk, whatever. I can go up to somebody there and say "fuck you," and we'd be fine. So I like that it was real. Smash mouth, bloody. I thought the reffing was fine, man. People gonna cheat regardless, man. Yeah, the reffing overall, though, I think it was good. Like same thing. I know Tyler pretty well too. His father. Good guys, bro. And those newbies guys are definitely the best players in the area by far, and at least in my opinion. So, yeah, man, shout out to them.
No, I definitely agree with that. I mean, Tyler actually, you're also all mentioning Tyler. So he came up to me. He's like, dude, do you remember me? I was like, yeah, dude. I'm like, used to play Woods Bowl. And he was like, dude, you coached me at my first long live tournament or whatever. So it's crazy to see that 13-year-old kid. I was like, dude, how old are you now? He's like, oh, 21. I'm like, dude, I remember when you were 13 fucking playing paintball like at big games and shit. So, Tyler was hustling it, Andy, they were all good, man. They were all good. But, Bobby, you had a little bit different of a crew on Sunday. So, what do you think? Echo the same thoughts?
I think, just to, kind of piggyback off what Zach said, you're never going to get, every single call the way in your favor, the way you want it. I would say that, out of the 100 calls that were given, we might have had one or two questionable, but hands down to that team, we've played a lot of events where they've reffed, and I've got nothing but positive things to say. They worked hard. They ran the event very smoothly. They got teams on and off the field. And for the most part, I would say, again, like 95 to 100% of their calls were accurate and good. I can't complain. I think it was a very well ran on the reffing side and on the operational side as well. They did a good job.
Great, Nick. And I know you got the last end of that, but anything you want to say on top of that?
Everything that everybody said.
To me, I literally caught the last 2 seconds, dude. My bad.
Everything everybody said is pretty accurate.
Yeah, I was on the way home from work, so I'm not home, so I'm not on Wi-Fi, so it's kind of rough.
I think he's on the
You're
phone.
good.
Oh, it's all good. But yeah, no, it was great.
All right, so what was the question? My bad. We're just sitting there in silence.
Dude, it's not your turn, man. It's
I thought you were talking to me.
with.
My bad, bro, because it went. All right, yeah, my bad.
It's all good. It's all good. Oh man, yeah, no, the reffing was great. They were all super cool. Like there was a time where I had a broken ball in my pod, and they came over and they checked me, and I was like, after the game, they were like, "Hey, listen, you got a broken pod." So stuff like that's really cool because I've been playing in NXLs and I've gotten called out for stuff like that, and it sucks. You work so hard to do and play this game, and then you go out there and you get called out on something like that. So for these guys to see that and let you play on during the game and not call you out, it's it's nice. And they really just let you play the game, and they were honest with a lot of stuff. They were calling people out on some good hits, something that a guy could get away with, but they saw a hit going into the snake or whatever the case may be. And no, it was really good. All positive things from them. I got nothing really bad to say about the reffing.
Cool, man. So guys, the next one being up is, what did everyone think of the venue? I know originally it was supposed to be at Long Live, so we had to make an executive decision because of Corona and everything like that, and New Jersey only allowing 25 people. What did people think of the venue as a whole? OXCC and everything like that, and then even kind of piggyback off that, what did people think of the paint options as well? Because going with OXCC, we used Prestige, which is kind of their paint, Barno's Paint and Barno's Company. So that was kind of brokered into the deal. So it's just starting off with you, Zach. What did you think of the venue and the paint options at the event?
Dude, OXCC, I've played so many tournaments there. So, I love the field. I think they have a great setup. The only thing I could complain about really, which, you shouldn't, is the drive. And other than that, I got guys coming from Long Island. I know you said you were from Long Island, right, Waldo?
Right.
And it's a drive, but if you want to play paintball, like Bobby was saying, right now you got to drive. And with all this COVID stuff going on and all the capacity limits, like if you want to play, you got to drive. Bottom line. As for the paint, I thought the paint shot great. I thought it shot like really good, honestly. And I mean, I've been shooting shit at like Long Live and all that stuff, and it was hard. I mean, dude, to go to paint that shot straight and broke when you hit someone, and you can't complain about that kind of stuff. I think we were shooting the Prestige. I mean,
Were you shooting the lower grade or were you shooting the higher grade? Just so people kind of.
Lower grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you guys won with the lower grade. So.
Yeah, we would do we would put all the lower grade in our pods, and then we would put the high grade in our hoppers just for like off the break. So you knew stuff would break on people. Like if you got a clip in your pod pack, like that thing was going to break. But for our pods that we were shooting during the game, it was all low grade stuff.
Cool. And Mr. Shaky Phone over there, man. What did you think of the paint and the venue?
Prestige is always fire, to be honest with you. I don't know what year that he started selling it at OX. I remember they were GI before that because I spent time up there with Philly Extreme and stuff. But Prestige is always fire. And OX turf came out pretty nice, yo. I'm interested to see.
That turf is nice.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with the other fields. I don't know what Barno or the rest of those guys' plans are. Or I don't know what's going on up there, but it's interesting to see that they're having more events again.
They could turf that whole property with all that turf that they had lined up.
100%.
Yeah, it's a lot.
100%.
That's the plan.
Oh, well, there you go. Shit. Yeah, but venue, OX, regular shit, Prestige was always fire. That's what we shot. We shot the more expensive stuff. Shot nice. Right.
And so, Bobby, what was your thoughts on everything? I know you played day later. It was cooler. Same paint, but different temperature wise and everything like that. Because when D3 playing was like 90 something, it was a lot cooler when you played.
The venue and the field are great. Just what Ace said, the turf is it was a little different than a lot of other places. I think the turf was it was nice. It was a little extra slidey here and there, but overall the venue was great. I think they take really good care of that field. Again, what Zach said too. I played events against Zach in that field. Back in 2012 and 13. So that place has always been a pretty good field. As far as the paint, we shot the higher grade paint. All day. That's all we bought, and the paint shot great. I have no complaints on the paint. Again, the venue from an operational standpoint was ran great. The field was in good condition. I mean, everything altogether was great between those two verticals. So
cool, man. And Nick, I know you guys are from Long Island and everything like that. So, was this your first time at OXCC? I know your guys have played down there before, but is this your first time? Nick?
Well, were you talking? Oh, sorry. This whole thing was like rebooting on me. I used to play at OXCC back when they had the GPLs, and as far as the drive goes, I want to touch on that. You got to drive to play paintball. Like for us from Long Island, I think it was like 2.5 hours, but it really wasn't even bad with COVID going on. It was actually like a blessing in disguise. The field was great though. Like we had the air right there. Besides the turf just being hot as hell when we were playing, it was, good conditions. You weren't like diving onto a rock or in a divot or tripping over something. So that's always good. And as far as the paint goes, like everything shot really nice. We were shooting both. I don't remember really what we were filling up with hopper or pod wise, but for the most part, like the paint shot fine. And it was all good.
Cool, guys. So the next big question is, I know started with the good stuff and now going to, starting off with you guys, Zach. Any major, any improvements, anything little from, just a couple of things that I kind of got out of it. Since we were moving venues, the scoreboard should be higher. I do want to make the monitors close to the pits and stuff like that. But any tweaks or any adjustments that, you guys had made that you could see that could better improve the event. So I'll start with you, Zach, man. What is, some of your guys's, no matter how small, their qualms with the event or anything they think we should improve.
Yeah. So, I had the D4 guys play on Sunday, But on Saturday, there was an issue with like the buzzers. Like when you hit the buzzer, it wasn't going off right away. But I heard you guys fixed that for Sunday. So, I mean, that was really one of my complaints, but it's fixed and good to go. The other thing, I think one of the points we played against, I don't know if it was like Take Notes or I forget who we played, but I walked over to look at the scoreboard and the guy had 3-2 down and it was supposed to be like 5-2 or something like that. And I mean, you guys know it's all about point margins. So like that was just another little thing. I mean, little things, dude. It wasn't, nothing was like, oh shit, dude, what the fuck? It was just like little things. The scoreboard, like you said, yeah, put it a little higher. I couldn't really see the time. And like, you got 30 seconds left. You want to see that so you can lock zones down. I don't know. It's little things. Everything was fucking ran great, dude. I had a blast. I mean, the air was in the beginning, it was filling up to like 3,500, but you got points off, and then you guys eventually fixed that too. So, I mean, dude, for a first fucking event, you guys killed it.
No, man, I appreciate it, but that's why, again, I want to make things, better. Even the little improvements, even from, Saturday to Sunday was even a big thing because, it definitely ran more on time on Sunday. There was less glitches. We figured out the system, but Ace, what do you think, man? Any things that you heard from your guys? Anything that Zach missed out on? Any little adjustments that we can make to make it, a better event overall for you guys?
Is he on mute?
No, I don't know what the deal is. I can't hear.
Dude, we can't hear you, Ace. Start screaming. No.
Nah.
All right, cool. All right, so Nick, what is?
On to Nick.
On to me. All right. Yeah, like the countdown was a little rough. Like we kind of like had to use one of our guys to say go to help us out a little bit. So we were kind of just like on point as far as breaking out. But I feel like, did you fix that for Sunday, Waldo?
Yeah, we did fix that for Sunday. So unfortunately on Saturday, it was on, I think it was on a beep on every odd number. So going forward, we fixed that for Sunday. It was definitely a lot better. I think there is a mode that I can do to make it closer to the NXL sounds exactly, but we definitely fixed that issue on day 2. So again, we learned from that. So I mean, anything else, Nick, that you saw that any adjustments that should be made or that need to be made?
Honestly, man, I think you guys should just keep doing what you're doing and kind of just go with the flow, honestly, because it's kind of hard to say like what you could have done differently. Like it really was a solid event. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's run better than some NXLs. Like you deal with some NXLs, especially like the reffing for me in tournaments is huge. And like reffing at NXLs, there's guys that don't even speak English. It's like I'm like I spent thousands of dollars to be here. And I don't even know what you're saying to me. Like, and just to like honestly, like it's amazing. And then it's like you travel 2.5 hours and you show up and you know everybody who's there, and it's like, but like it was a legit tournament. Like people balled out. We had a blast. Shit was awesome. I think you just keep doing what you're doing, man. It was a great tournament. I honestly loved it. It was no real big complaints. Just work on that buzzer. Make sure it works for the next event, because the time's big too. Like what Zach was saying, you want to be able to see how much time you have left on the board. Like there was one point where it said 60 seconds and I was trying to grab a point and I like sprinted when I didn't really have to. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
So Bobby, man, what are your any other little issues that came up or anything that needs to be kind of addressed or anything like that? I know everyone's echoing, we're just talking about minor adjustments, but it all comes out to a better event.
Yeah, I think just two small, very minuscule things for me. One was just the scheduling. We had to go, and again for this Saturday, guys. I mean, I definitely feel for you with how that scheduling worked out. For us, there's a little more teams, so just playing back to back is kind of a pain in the ass a little bit. Especially if you go right into an Xball mode and then you're literally the next deck that's up right after. So that made it difficult for us for the first 2 matches we had. And then other than that, it's just a timeout situation. I know we had an issue where a team had called the timeout. However, the point played, and then we played the first 10 seconds of that point and shot 2 bodies off the field. But because they called the timeout, we had to redo that whole point. So I think enforcing or implementing some type of stricter process on the timeout, or just fixing that in general would have been great. But other than that, I'd agree with everybody that the event was ran great. I mean, everything from the reffing. We played NXL events just like Nick was saying, where we paid, a boat ton of money to go there, and we're thinking, it's a great event, the venue's great, everything's great, to find out that the reffing is just horrendous. So the reffing really gave us a great experience, along with all those other things. I think it was great, other than those 2 things. So.
Agreed.
No, man, I appreciate that, and that was definitely one of our issues. That was personally on the scoreboard staff on that timeout. They wanted it called at 10 seconds, and he completely blew it. You know what I mean? I'll be honest about that. So definitely we're going to be better trained and everything like that going forward. So Ace, start talking, man. What were your thoughts? Anything we can improve?
Nah, just the buzzer was the only thing. I think it was out of sync a little bit, but like I said, it was the most fun I've had playing an event in, I think, years, man. The NXLs we constantly go to and just get shit on. I mean, like, kind of like Nick was saying, I had a ref in Chicago last year come up to me and ask me, is it bad if the guns are over 300 on the chrono? And
Oh my God.
He good. Let him go.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck, dude? So that
I think they pick guys up off the street. I swear to you. I think they're like, hey, like, come over here, and they just try to make them ref an event, man. I swear.
I think it has to be like a staffing company, like temp agency. It can't be anything related to paintball. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. But yeah, a great event. Had a bunch of fun. Like I said, they let us play. Shit, dude. I hope D3 sells out the next event. I want more teams. That's what I want.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to have players ref you guys. It's always nice to have players ref because they know what it's like to be out there. Yep. It's not like these guys that are out there that who the hell knows where they came from, that might have never even seen this before. Yeah.
They're trying to go home.
Yep.
100%. So with that being said, hopefully D3 sells out. I have a lot of interest from a lot of teams. Is there any team specifically that, because honestly, with the teams that were at this event, mostly the 3 of you guys, I knew there were some rivalries. I knew there were some grudge matches. That's the stuff that I kind of like in paintball, man. That's kind of why I did, truthfully, I did enjoy Sunday more because there was overshooting. And I told the rest, I was like, as long as they're not fist fighting each other, dude, like, that's cool, bro. Like, this is paintball. You know what I mean? Overshotting and shit like that. Like, and I knew the teams that were playing were going to be all right with it. So, I mean, is there any teams, specifically that, you think that should have been there, teams that should reach out? I mean, teams that maybe you have some rivalries that you want to, maybe put out there. I mean, we're looking to try to drop this thing probably on Thursday. So, I mean, I know, Ace, we'll start with you. I know, you already had your video and everything like that. You're not afraid to call anybody out or anything like that, which, I'm all about, man. So is there any team specifically you want to, see there? I mean, obviously, whoever just signed up, you already called out Zach, but
I mean, we'll be there. We're coming for the second, so
okay.
He knows we'll be there.
I mean, he knows we'll be there. We'll be there. He knows we're gonna be there. So either way, like I said, like that, whatever. But what we're gonna say is this: I see a lot of shit going on online. You know what I'm saying? A little back and forth talk. And like you said, I'm all for it, bro. I think it makes, it intensifies the tournaments, man.
It does.
But super fast, man, they was talking real crazy about a lot of LLP teams, man. But I see Charlie and them out at the practices, bro. But the events, they get to show, man. So I'd like to see super fast come and talk that shit, man.
They actually were at Long Live this past weekend. They ran the 2-on-2 and they had 2 lines. And I asked them, I was like, "Yo, why didn't you guys play TSXL?" and they were like, "Oh, some shit came up, blah blah blah," and I was like,
hopefully. Nah, yo, to be honest with you, I like those guys. I hope they do play, dude. I really do. I hope they do, because it's just another one of those teams that we can bang on. And, it's not going to be some soft,
"Yeah, no,
finger
Good
pointing.
competition.
Exactly, dude. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they're not a walk through the park."
Nah, not at all. Not at all. That's not what I'm trying to
no.
say. So I would like to see them up there. I'm trying to think who else, man. There's not a lot of D3 teams in the area, to be honest with you.
I know Top Gun's got a D3 team, like D3 Revo. I don't know why they're not in it, but I know Top Gun weren't they doing some other event too?
They were gonna do
I
Foxball,
don't know.
but that's not running, bro. They're just gonna keep the Massachusetts Foxball, which is honestly the reason why I started this is because I didn't want to fucking drive 4 hours to Foxball or NEPL or Ops or any of that shit. So I was like, let's fucking make it closer to Long Live. I mean, yeah, OXCC, but I mean that's kind of why I made it, closer. But I mean, some other teams' names. Nick, I know you guys have had your battles with Superfast as well in the past. Is that a team you would like to see hop at the events?
Yeah, sure. Bring everybody out there, man. Like the more the better, But I don't have any bad blood with anybody. Like, I actually was in the Superfast house for what was it? Philly? No, not Philly. That I can't remember the name of the event. It was last year. It was an NXL event. They're all cool. I mean, listen, everyone's gonna chirp, and like that's part of the game. Like this game brings you like it turns you into somebody else. Like while you're on the field, and then when you're off the field, everybody's dapping each other up. They're like, "Yo, good shit." Like, it's part of the game. It's that's what makes it fun. It's like Zach was saying. Like, what other sport do you get to play where you get to shoot people and get away with it? It's like
100%.
When you put that mask on, you become the beast, man.
Yeah, like we all. That's why we keep playing. That's why we keep spending all this money. Ain't getting us nowhere. It's just it's that hobby that's like just so addicting you can't stop.
For real.
Yeah,
So I mean that was kind of a PC answer. I know some of your teammates wouldn't kind of feel the same way, but I mean you always seem to be the cooler head on your team, so I'll give you on that one.
I don't know about all that, but
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, you're saying there's never been a scuffle between you guys and Superfast a couple of men's, but
listen,
it's all good.
We had to hold some guys back at practices. They were trying to get at each other, but it's just you can't let it get to that. Like it's not. Listen, it's not that serious at the end of the day. Oh, I shot you. You ran off the field with a hit. Like you played on. Blah blah blah. It's like we all do it. Like, what are you gonna do? Fight the guy over it? Like you're gonna do it again next weekend? Like, what's the difference?
Yeah,
so,
perfect.
That's just the way I look at it. Bring everybody out there.
Bring everybody out there. So, I mean, a couple other teams I'd like to just throw out, and anybody can say anything. A couple teams I know, Wrecking Crew's actually going to show up for this event. They're not going to have. I mean, realistically, they should have showed up the last event. They had Marcelo Margot come out for a 2-day practice at Matt's Outback. So, I mean, I think OXCC is the same. So maybe I'll throw a little shade on that. I wish they came out. They were paid and everything like that. So HVP Wrecking Crew should be coming out. I know 2 teams from NR Paintball, Nasty. They're going to have 2 Nasty lines. And then I had someone reach out from PA Arsenal. So I know that they're looking to come from down that way as well as some regulator guys. So I don't know if anybody has any major battles with any of those guys. I know Master Blasters and Wrecking Crew have had players back and forth and stuff like that. So I mean, anybody have any comments on those teams or just the same old, like, let's go, let's get some teams signed up and let's fucking bash heads?
I don't know who's on the HVP team, but if it's Ivan or Weekend, those guys, yeah, we've been going at it for years too. I like those guys a lot. That would be a solid battle. I'd love for them to come out and play for sure.
Yeah, Leverage and HVP has been back and forth for a long time. We've
Yeah,
had some good scrimmages.
Whose house is burning down?
Mine. Someone will shut it off. Someone's in the kitchen probably burning it.
What are you making? Some pasta over there, Zach? Or
my mom's probably cooking up some fire, like always. Oh. Italian mom, she's always cooking up the good
You're
stuff.
out. So I know, Bobby, you're the 1D4 representative.
Yeah, I mean, for us again, I think I think D4 is a little different, right? I think a lot of the D3 teams that play, they play a lot of national events, or they've just been around, or they play D4, they've moved up to D3. Where a lot of the D4 teams that you see are more just maybe a throw together or two teams kind of mashing it up together. So for us, I mean anybody. I mean, we'll play anybody. I think we played against Bomb Squad and the Goats, and the phenomenal D3 team. I mean, they beat up on us, and same thing with Levers, beat up on us as well. Play them, but I feel like when we go and play those D3 teams just at practice as well, it just makes us at a Division 4 that much better. We're not going to see those type of caliber teams in our division. And so being able to go ahead and for lack of a better word, get our shit pushed in by those kind of teams, thoroughly from a polite way, we enjoy it, and there's been, of course, some shit talk back and forth. But at the end of the day, like you said, I mean, you're pointing a gun at someone and pulling a trigger. It's hard not to get aggressive or a little hostile at one another at times. But at the end of the day, D4, I mean, whoever will play whoever and whenever at that level, I mean, doesn't matter.
Cool, man. And I know you guys have been playing a while. I think, what did you say, his team started 2006, 2005?
So the team's been around since 2003, but a lot of us have floated around. Like, I'm an old, NPPL guy that's played. Gosh, I mean, this is, paintball has been 17, 18 years for me now. On and off, obviously, but originally, a blunt rider guy, way back in the GPL days.
Nice.
And and then played with a whole bunch of Division 1 semi-pro NPPL teams. But now for me, I've got 3 kids, I've got a wife, and there's just a lot of things going on. So it's a little harder for me to commit to a higher level and make the time and the dedication that some of the guys like Ace and Zach and those guys at that level can. And so for me, it's more about fun, and I look at it from a revenue standpoint too. Like, we want to play this sport, and we're obviously not getting paid. So if we can put XYZ amount of money into the event and place and almost break even, we look at it from a stance that we're getting to play an event for free and do something that we love to do for free. So that's really how we look at it, the overall picture there and everything.
Yeah.
And is that why you guys chose to play this versus playing EPL or another league or anything like that? Was there other talks, or was it?
No, we want to play the TSXL because we're a pretty defined 5-man team. Play a lot of NXL events. We just don't play a lot of style, that type of paintball. And I like it. It's more enjoyable. It's faster pace. There's better teams. It's more competition. But again, the winnings is also a big part. The finances of it. There's a lot more money to be won in a TXL, in a D4, a TSXL, rather than playing a local 5-man event. It just made more sense. And I was very surprised that the amount of paint that we shot. I was gonna guess that we were gonna go through a lot more paint than we did, but I think playing D4 get to this final only 22 cases of paint. I was and so the cost was definitely good. It was a good break even for us. I think out of pocket, I think each one of us paid between and the money that we put into the event. I think we were about $100 to $110 a player roughly for the event. So you think about it, it's almost like a really great day of practice for $100. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that layout didn't help me out. I'll tell you that. It definitely favored the paint consumption on you guys' part. But I mean, what it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, we provided a great first event, but I'm not looking to make a crazy layout next one where you're gonna be shooting a lot of paint. But definitely that layout definitely was light on the paint sales. So we'll see that. I guess we lost Ace. We're gonna do it, release it June 24th. We're gonna do 3 weeks because of the holiday weekend with July 4th weekend.
Cool.
So that's what we're looking to do. So that, and then say that again.
I'm gonna say if Ace comes back, I'll add him, and Mike is in the thing, but his shit is all fucked up. So if he figures it out, I'll add him.
Yeah, no big deal, man. I wanted to queue up Ace's video, but if he's not gonna, we could queue it up. Queue up Ace's video real quick, so we can we'll discuss that for a minute.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, jeez.
Let it run.
I love you, Zach. We've known each
love
other for
it.
a long time, but I had to laugh hysterically.
Dude, when I heard Ricky, I was like, no, bro. I was like, got too much time on his hands.
Oh, boy.
Who made this? Someone on the goats?
He did. Ace did.
With the same hat and everything.
Yeah. For real.
The faces he picked were really good, I thought.
Oh, they were great. Ace's face is perfect.
Yeah, there.
Oh, man.
So,
But I don't get it because they took second.
no, man, I hear you. Do you want to show up the 9 medals around your neck maybe first?
Yeah, right? Oh,
Clang,
dude.
clang.
Put some NXL ones in there too.
That's what's
So Bobby, obviously you thought it was hilarious. I mean, any other comments to that, man? I mean, you're gonna come and watch.
There was some, I know, just being an LLP, it's up there with some feud. But again, I think, whenever you put two really good teams together or just two good individual players, I mean, think about it, in sports across the board, there's going to be conflict, and I think the teams that do really, really well and successful, like leverage, I'll give you a like you have a lot of guys with a lot of experience on that team. But the chemistry is good and there's not a lot of conflict there. And when there is, they're able to get over it and recover and move forward rather quickly. So I think it was great, that I saw the jittery. There's some Facebook stuff here and there, but I think the video says it all, and I would be very eager and I'll be ready to get my popcorn for the next event and watch them two square off. So I think it'll be a good one.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
Absolutely, man. And
It adds fuel to the fire, dude.
and Nick, what was your thoughts on it?
On the video?
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm kind of glad I'm not one of those teams because I don't know how personally I would have took one of those videos, It's saying a lot. I mean,
Nah, dude, I talked to Ace. I talked to Ace.
fire. Yeah, no.
Here he is. Just
Oh,
missed
he's
it.
back.
The phone died, my bad.
Nah, but it's fun, man. I mean, like, listen, if they're cool with it, like, it's funny. I mean, that's hysterical to me.
What y'all talking
Yeah.
about?
We just watched the video inside the thing, your little video.
I got more
We talked
fire
about your
coming, bro.
movie premiere.
I got way more fire in the duffel bag, man. We might drop another one tonight. I don't know. I got a whole bunch. Whole bunch, bro.
Oh, so butt hurt.
Nah.
So Spielberg, Nick from the
don't
Master
do that.
Blasters needs
Don't
a
do
movie
that,
too.
man.
So
Hey, yo, man. Twitch,
Next one,
I don't
Master
know if you guys
Blasters.
saw, man. Chris Caputo, man. He's famous, man. Matt.
So I don't even. I had a bunch of stuff here, but I mean, we kind of went through everything now. I mean, any closing remarks or anything that you guys maybe want to discuss from the event, or anything, any. I don't know if Ace wants to make another video in his spare time, and we'll play that up next. But I mean, Zach, shout out, your team, your sponsors, and anything you wanted to say, or anybody you want to thank.
Yeah, I mean, we have 0 sponsors. We pay for everything ourselves, like I'm sure most of you guys do. And I don't know. I've been with my guys for a long time. Our newest recruit is probably Alex. We brought him along when me and Ricky left the Goats. We brought him along with us. And I don't know, me, Ricky, Sanborn, Caputo, Frankie, even Tom, we've all been together since like 2012. I mean, shout out to the girlfriends that came and helped pod and wipe us down when we got off the field. Tom, obviously, for showing up. Dude's a great coach. I mean, not many of these teams have coaches like at all. So to have a coach and for him to watch the points and say, hey, man, listen, this guy's going here every point, double up that lane, and we shot that guy off the break, or dude, you fucked up here. Like, you should have been looking this way when you were looking that way. I mean, just to have those little things off the field is a plus. I mean, for some people that don't have anyone off the field and they're doing it all alone, I mean, kudos to you guys, because I've done that shit too. And just you have 5 guys going into a tournament and that's all you got, like, that's rough. So to have those girlfriends and a coach and just a bunch of people helping out, it was awesome.
No, man. I mean, definitely recommend having a coach, having a pit crew. That definitely helps out, especially on a 90-degree day, for prelim matches and everything like that. The only thing I would say is grab Tom a pair of goggles, and then we'll be all right with everything else with Tom. The guy's fiery, man, and I'll mail him one of those big fat fake checks, for him to
Oh, he wanted that thing so bad.
put up in his mantle or whatever he's gonna do.
He called me on the way home. He's like, dude, I really wanted that check. And I was like, yeah, you have to use it the next day. Like, I was like, we'll get one at the end of the season.
No, I'll mail it to him. I just needed it the next day. I already gave it to him, and then I was like, oh, shoot, I need that for tomorrow to write everything on. So I'll mail it to him, dude. Just can't, got to go to a big bank to cash it. So is Ace in here? I just see a black screen on my end.
Yeah.
I'm here. You hear me?
So, Ace, man, your thoughts? Any sponsors you want to shout out? Girlfriends, your coach, or anything like that, man?
I mean, shout out Dax. Obviously, you know what I mean. Coming along and coaching us as usual. All the APOC kids that went along and co-signed this coach thing with us that typically don't. Julian, all those guys, Bomb Squad D3 guys. Diana, you know what I mean? They hooked us up and are continuing to hook us up for the rest of the TSXL. And that's about it, man. Just, and shout out to Leverage, bro. I love playing against y'all. It's always, a solid match. I think we hash things out the right way. You know what I mean? I look forward to battling with y'all and everybody else again. Like I said, great event. No real complaints from us over here, man. We'll see you guys at the next one for sure.
Perfect. And I kind of peeped your roster. So any thoughts on your new pickup with the longest name in paintball guy? What's his name? Do you know how to say it, man?
I don't think anybody knows how to say it. I mean, I've known him for a couple of years. I just call him Imai. But I wouldn't really call it a pickup, or we definitely didn't recruit him. That's not how this worked out at all. Nobody reached out to him and was like, yo, Imai, we need you to come play TSXL. That's not how it worked out at all. To be honest, he actually reached out to me and asked if we had room. And I said, sure, why not? And we're probably going to throw another line in D3 too, is what it looks like. And depending on if D4 clears out or not, then we're just going to bump our other D4 team up to D3 too. So that's what we're going to do.
Coming in with a couple lines, man. That's good to see, So
yeah, for sure. For sure.
Now, any other surprise guests? I mean, is Black Pat playing with you guys? I saw him post up too. A lot of people want to play with you.
There's a lot of people, and the crazy thing is that Black Pat and Imai are not even the only guys that hit me up. I'm in the process of seeing if I can make it work with the rankings of a couple guys. I'll just keep it like that. You know what I mean? But I definitely got a couple hitters that want to play for sure.
So Zach, you guys are going with the same roster though, right?
Yeah. Yep.
No additions?
Nah, I think we're pretty good.
They don't need it. They won.
Honestly, dude, I told my guys they played like shit in the finals. We played
I don't think
garbage
you guys
in the finals.
like shit, dude.
In the finals, dude, we played like shit. It was bad.
I think we just brought it to y'all a little bit more, man.
Yeah, no, you guys for sure stepped your shit up from the prelims. I mean, you could obviously tell in the score.
Y'all
you
with the
stepped your
ass
shit
in the
up.
prelims, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I think my guys got it in their head that all right, the prelim game was 5-1 or whatever. So like either they took a step back and just thought and got really cocky and thought we were gonna take it easy, or they just played like shit, which I personally think that we played like shit in the finals.
I feel you.
I mean, like, I go out there and I don't take any team lightly at all. It could be 5, 10-year-olds. I'm fucking coming at your neck the same way I'm coming at Ace's neck. You know what I mean? Off the field, dude, it's all love. But I mean, on the field, I do not like anyone on the other side.
Nah,
That's
me
just how I
neither.
play.
Nobody.
I mean, I got raised by fucking old dudes from Paintball Authority that were fucking semi-uncapped, ripping each other in the fucking face like
A lot of
800
guys
fucking
don't know,
shots.
bro.
No, so
What
like
is
that's
that?
how I've been coming out every event, always. 9 years old, getting shot in the neck by fucking Russian Legion and fucking Jersey Authority guys and MOD guys. Like one of the fucking jesters were D1 that were fucking ballers. Like, dude, I was getting my shit pushed in. So like, I don't give a fuck who's on the other side. I'm coming for your neck.
And that's one thing that's dope too. I could say that.
Perfect, man. And
There you go. Good.
nah, no problem. So, Mike, are you able to talk to us, man? I just see like a still picture of you driving. I don't know if you're driving home or something.
Yeah, I'm driving home. Always driving home.
Dude, so I mean, you're catching us way late on this, but
Yeah.
let's get your thoughts quickly on the event and let us know if the Master Blasters are coming back, and let's hear if you guys are picking up anybody. Give us a rundown real quick, buddy.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely be back on the next one. I mean, honestly, I don't know if you guys talked about the ref and shit, because that was pretty on point for the most part. You know what I'm saying? It was nice to have guys that knew what the fuck they were doing for one.
The refs, yeah. Talking about.
But no, like, and I'm happy with you got fucking goats guys and leverage guys on here, because I feel like we had good games against them. It was fun playing their guys. I mean, we've seen the goats here and there a few times, but it was good paintball. You know what I'm saying? It was good matches. Like, I know ours got a little heated in the prelims and they fucking smoked us. So it always comes back around. But I mean, it was a fun event. We had a good time. It was a long day, but we'll be talking about it till the next one.
For sure.
Cool, man. So any pickups or anything like that? You guys gonna roll the same roster? I know most of your guys ranked up to D2 and stuff, so it's kind of hard for you guys to have a complete roster. Are you guys looking to pick up a coach or anything? Because I saw some old people there. Kevin was there, but he wasn't helping. I saw Craig there. He wasn't helping potting. So I mean, I think you guys kind of, I'm not trying to give you a push in the direction, man, but I mean, it seems you guys need some help. So I mean,
there's talk about it. There's talk about it.
Yeah, you know us, dude. We're good for fucking not doing anything the right way. So we hold on one second. What's good? I'm on a talk. I'll hit you.
What are you at Burger King?
Hold on, I'll be back. Hold on.
I love it.
He's a man.
Ordering that Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Have a moment. Just square them off.
Okay,
Because you
yeah.
have the chicken or whatever.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I'll pay you.
Okay, no problem. All right.
Thank you so
No,
much.
I'll talk to you.
What a guy.
He's a man. I love him.
All right, back on the block. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I don't know. I think we're gonna probably stay with the same. I mean, with the way the rank works and everything, that's why we kind of got with what we went there with. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't see us changing too much. But like you're saying, I mean, it could have helped a lot to go there with someone that might have pointed us in some kind of direction of playing. Because like you said, we're one of those teams without a coach. So we were just there kind of balling. I'm pretty sure me, Nick, and Granado played like every fucking point.
Yeah.
So it's like definitely room for improvement and just little things, basic shit, make life easier while we're there.
Gotcha. So you're not going to drop a name of anybody that you're looking to do. You're just going to kind of keep us, with a hanging here, man. Because obviously you said you're looking to pick somebody up as far as a coaching role. So I mean, you're going to drop a name or two or what? Like, stop being soft. Let us know.
Our dumbasses should have been hitting up Pat Sinelli. I don't know why. I don't know. Honestly, none of us even thought about hitting him up. We kind of just went to go play ball for the day. And but that's who we really should be bringing with us. We were supposed to be doing something with him this year, but with all the shit that happened, that all went different direction, you know. So
Gotcha, man.
I mean, that's who we really need to talk to and get. And then as far as players, I think it's going to stay the same just because of the way the ranks work and everything.
Gotcha, man. So definitely go help your neighbor, edge your lawn, or whatever you got to do, man. You're an all-star. But Nick, since you and Mike are on the same team, anything you need to add to what Mike's saying about maybe your thoughts about picking up, a coach or a player or anything like that?
Yeah, like we talk every day, so I mean, we know what the deal is. We definitely should ask Patsinelli, the former coach for NYX, and hopefully we could get him out there at the next event. That would definitely be a solid pickup for sure. Like we already talked to him about working with us for the season and stuff. As far as another player, I mean, like Mike said, we're kind of just going to be rolling with the same guys, and if we could find or somebody's interested and wants to hit us up and wants to play, we'll consider it. I mean, and yeah, it's tough. Like it's tough with the ranks, because a lot of our guys ranked up, so it's like you can't play a D3 event with D2 guys. You can only have so many D2 guys, and
I mean, honestly, we kind of got lucky with who we were able to get because all our guys moved up. So many of us ranked up that we kind of fucked ourselves.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
So,
I don't
I
even
mean-
know how I'm still D3 to be honest, but it works for me.
Yeah, I'm not.
So now going to the guy that's probably been D4 the longest, Bobby, man. What's your thoughts on all this, dude? Any advice for them? Take off half the season, or
Hey man,
Yeah, right.
I'm available on it. I'm available on a Saturday, man. Hit up the inbox. So
That's a good point.
no,
That's a good point.
but no, yeah, I mean that's what we do. We're gonna add one. I think we're gonna try to grab good old Mike Papa from the old Blown Rider days. I know he's been itching to play. We'd like that. He would be a nice addition to our squad at the D4 level. So. Yeah, I think we're going to try to grab one more player. But yeah, I mean, we don't play national events. This is just not what we do. We're local guys, and so as soon as we win an event or two and we notice our rank getting up, then we kind of just take off the next few events. This is what we do. So I've been D4 for the last 3 or 4 years, I think.
cool, man. And I know you guys are kind of old school or anything like that. Anybody that's supporting you guys that you want to shout out or anything like that?
No, I think D4 says it all. I mean, we support. At the end of the day, I mean, just the team in time has been together for a very long time, and and I think again, just the wives, the girlfriends, the families that support us out there one day and literally shooting each other. I mean, that's really all the support that we need, and it's a blessing just having that. So.
Awesome, man. And I'll revert back to Nick so they can kind of say their sponsors, man. Who do you want to shout out, Nick?
Shout out Kevin Donaldson. Master Blasters wouldn't be around for him. Carbon Paintball, Falcon, Dive, Lion Eclipse. What else, Mike? What else do we got?
Zodiac,
Damn.
Paintball Sports New York. Damn.
Top Gun.
Top Gun, Battle Creek, everyone just letting us, hooking us up when it's time to practice and do our thing. We appreciate those fields. They let us do a lot of good things for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? They kind of give us full reign to do what we want at practices and makes life easy for us. So we appreciate that shit.
Yeah, where do you guys usually practice?
We're all over, man. We actually just were practicing at PSI. That's a field that's like kind of not as relevant at the moment, but we're definitely going to be making it relevant. We were there this past weekend playing some hyperball. They got some. There's a lot of property, so we're looking to rebuild like pretty much that whole field over there. Like put some speedball fields in, hyperball mounds. So like there's some stuff that's coming in the works, but we practice it pretty much all over, right, Mike? Like Top Gun. We've gone to LLP.
We're everywhere, dude. I mean, anything that's on the East Coast in Jersey.
Cousins, Cousins Paintball.
I mean, we end up at OXC a lot to even practice. I mean, we go there more for the events, but we've ended up down there to practice too. And
Yeah.
He's anywhere, man.
Or
I mean, that's mostly though, kind of, I think because Zach's probably like, I haven't seen you guys in a minute or something like that.
Yeah.
They've been practicing a lot of woods ball because they also play pro woods ball.
oh, dope.
Yeah.
So that's what they've been doing.
Well, I was gonna say because like Top Gun Creek LLP, like hit us up. Let's set something up.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
We've just been playing a lot of woods ball because like the ICC is coming up. That's at the end of July, like right beginning of August. We're trying to practice for that as much as we can. Those are some
So,
cool
yeah,
events, man. If you guys can get a team in that, like that event's awesome.
Dude, that's what I'm looking into.
10-man
Honestly. I want to go
paintball,
with
dude.
ball.
Like Mike got me into it. Like it's awesome. It's just as
Funnest
competitive.
weekend of your life.
Like it's awesome.
Yeah, I played ICC.
Funnest, most
ICC is dope.
Yeah, it's the most fun, competitive weekend you're gonna have playing paintball. Like it's a straight up good time.
Yeah, like all around. 10-man's where it's at.
Yeah.
So listen, guys, I appreciate everybody to come on here. I know we're kind of wrapping this up within an hour. Feel free to stay a little bit after it, but again, thank Zach from Leverage, Ace. I know he was in and out a bit here, but I appreciate you coming on from Blount and the Boys. Am I saying that right?
Correct, man. Correct.
Boys. All right, he's coming. He's trying to rig it up with like 9 teams next event. We'll see if it happens. We got Nick and Mike from the Master Blasters. We got Bobby from PC United for the past 10 years. But I appreciate you guys all coming. I appreciate you guys playing these series, playing the events, being on the podcast. Always remember to subscribe, rate, review. Share it to your team, share it to the people. This is just the first recap of many. Next event, we're going to be looking to have a booth set up with a guy so that everybody can get an interview and give their 2 cents. And we'll definitely reach out if you guys want a team highlight. So, again, subscribe, rate, and review. And I appreciate everybody. Peace out.
Okay.
Later, guys.